Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the only place on the planet that sees a flat market and gets excited about the incredible foundation being built for the next skyscraper of gains. I'm Sunny, and I am telling you, the quiet is where the smart money works.
And I'm Cole, here to remind you that the quietest moments are often right before a building is condemned and demolished. That's not a foundation, Sonny. It's a sinkhole with a welcome mat. Let's get into it before the ground gives way.
It's solid ground, Cole. It's the bedrock of the entire digital asset world we're talking about today. And the big story, the one that really matters, is what the big players are doing. We're seeing a seismic shift in how corporations think about their own money.
Oh, you mean the shift from running a business to running a casino with their corporate treasury? Please enlighten me on this brilliant new strategy.
It's the most prudent strategy imaginable. It's an embrace of sound money. We're witnessing the start of a massive wave of corporate Bitcoin adoption. It's becoming a standard blue-chip asset for companies to hold on their balance sheets. These aren't just fly-by-night tech startups anymore. We're talking about a growing cohort of serious, publicly traded companies building strategic Bitcoin reserves.
A growing cohort? Sonny, you make it sound like the entire Fortune 500 is rushing in. Let's be honest, it's still a relatively small niche group of companies that are mostly tech-adjacent and are doing this as much for the marketing buzz as for any sound financial reason. They announce a Bitcoin purchase, their stock pops for a week, and then they're stuck with an incredibly volatile asset on their books. What happens to their earnings report when Bitcoin has a 30% drawdown in a quarter?
That's short-term thinking. They are playing a different game. They understand that holding cash is a guaranteed loss due to inflation. Bitcoin is a long-term hedge against monetary debasement. It's a treasury reserve asset that actually appreciates over time. This isn't a speculative trade. It's a strategic allocation to the best-performing asset of the decade. They're opting out of a broken system and into a new, more robust one. This is the beginning of the corporate gold rush of the 21st century.
It's a lemming rush, not a gold rush. They are chasing last decade's returns and adding an insane level of volatility to their company's financial stability. A treasurer's job is to manage risk and ensure liquidity, not to make massive directional bets on a speculative digital asset. This is a dereliction of duty dressed up as innovation. It's what happens at the top of a market cycle when everyone loses their minds and thinks they're a financial genius.
It's what happens when they finally see the light. It's the smart, asymmetric bet. They allocate a small portion of their treasury and get exposure to an asset with exponential potential. The downside is capped, but the upside is limitless. It's the most logical move on the board. But I know you, Cole. You won't be convinced by the actions of smart CEOs. You need the raw data. You need the charts. So let's go to the Oracle. Let's pull up the one-day technicals for Bitcoin on TradingView.
Yes, let's. Enough with the corporate fan fiction. Let's look at what the market is actually doing. I've got the dashboard open, and it is telling a very, very clear story.
I'm on the edge of my seat. What beautiful symphony are the indicators playing for us today?
They're not playing a symphony. They're sounding a fire alarm. The overall summary, the big, bold reading at the top, it's neutral. But that's not the scary part. The scary part is when you look at the oscillators, the tools that measure real-time momentum and buying pressure. They are also sitting hard at neutral.
And what about the moving averages, Cole? Don't leave out the most important part. What is the deep, powerful underlying trend telling us?
The moving averages, your favorite lagging indicators that tell us where we've been, are flashing a buy. And that's precisely why this is such a terrifying chart.
Terrifying? Cole, that is the most bullish setup I have ever seen in my life. It's the dream scenario. A confirmed buy on the long-term trend with neutral on the short-term momentum. That's the textbook definition of a healthy consolidation in a powerful bull market.
Are you kidding me? This is a massive divergence. It's a flashing red light. The moving averages, looking backward, are saying the party was great, but the oscillators, looking at right now, are saying everyone has gone home. The engine has completely stalled. There is no new energy, no new buyers, no momentum. The only thing holding the price up is the memory of the past trend. It's running on fumes, Sonny, and it's about to fall off a cliff.
It's not a stall, it's a pit stop. The long-term strength is confirmed, which means the big money is holding strong. The neutral oscillators show that the market has shaken out all the weak hands and is now building a stable base. It's coiling up. The selling pressure is gone, the frantic buying is gone, and what's left is pure, quiet strength before the next explosive launch. This isn't a divergence, it's a confirmation that the trend is pausing to gather strength, not reversing.
It is a classic bull trap. It lures in optimists like you who are looking at the rearview mirror, at the buy signal from the past. You see that and think everything is fine, while the dashboard right in front of you is telling you that the engine has cut out. Neutral momentum is not strength, it is the absence of it. It means the market has no more power to push higher, and the moment a little fear creeps in, there will be no buyers left to stop the fall. This is the definition of a market that has topped out.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I see corporations waking up and adopting the soundest money we've ever had. And I see a chart that is screaming that the market is stronger and healthier than ever. The foundation is set.
I see companies making a reckless gamble, and a chart that's telling us the buyers have vanished into thin air. Don't mistake a pause at the peak for a new base camp. Protect your capital. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.